Debbie, I have to hop off a little bit early too.
Okay, very good. You know what? I really hope to keep this about 30 minutes a day so that we can
Okay.
get back to work because this is a busy day for me too. All right, good morning, everybody. It is November 23rd, day after Thanksgiving. Are you serious? We're having a builder call this morning? Yes, we are. And we've got Sarah on here from Canada, and they've already had their Thanksgiving, so she's not in the midst of kids home from school and crazy family fun time. So at any rate, I want to start with, I'm talking about the BOGOs. This has been a really phenomenal week, BOGO-wise. And I want you to think about what increase you've had in your volume by spreading the good news of the savings of this week. What an incredible deal. Today we have buy the Limo Diffuser for $10 off, buy it for $60, and get Peace and Cheer for free. What are your thoughts? What has been your experience this week as you have shared these savings? Tell me what your thoughts are.
Well, I think today's BOGO is pretty fun. I was hoping that there would be a diffuser. It's still pretty costly for us Canadians, but it's people are still buying it, and it's an awesome promo. So
It is an awesome.
I think it's gonna go great.
Very good. Very good. Sam, what's your week been like? Good morning, Dana. What's your week been like, Sam, in the BOGOs?
Not too bad. We had a couple of relay teams set up, and I've had a few other orders, but I think it's just been a really busy week for some of my people. So
yeah, it has been with family time and whatnot. I didn't do any live videos at all yesterday. So, well, let's get started. I wanted to talk this morning on something that's been on my mind for some time. And let me just bring up my notes here, wherever they went. There they are. Okay, very good. So I want to get your thoughts here, and I want you to feed into this. I wanted to share some thoughts about commitment today. When I look for an avatar, a business partner in sharing doTERRA and getting these products into every home, I really look for somebody who's capable and committed. Those are two of my foremost things. And another thing I want is communication. I want open communication. If they text me, I want to be able to respond. If I text them, I want them to be able to respond quickly so we can be efficient in getting things done. I want them to feel comfortable and confident sharing this product, and I want them to feel like they've got all the support they need in order to get started. So this week I launched a new builder, and she's just flying out right now to the West Coast, and so I'm missing her on this builder call. But it's been really fun to get to know her. She's a little bit nervous, but she's really excited about sharing this product, and she's 19 years old. And I have been watching this week as Gabby Lawrence on Jaden Ben's team has gone from 0 to Premier this month. And she's got, today is the 23rd of November, and Gabby has 22 enrollments so far this month. That is a remarkable fast drive to silver, literally. And I really hope that she's able to, her goal was Premier. She's exceeded that. And I hope that she pushes on to get to silver this month. But we know this can be done with a great deal of planning and effort and consistency and total commitment. And so when we make 100% commitment to do or be something, we take every step with integrity. And then I believe the universe will open up a way where before there seemed no way. The universe will rush in to support us as we get really clear on what it is we want to accomplish, and then go forward, walking through the dark a little bit into the light and pushing through our fears. So I'm not talking about a vague or wishy-washy comment like, oh, I'll do it if it seems like it will work out, or I'm going to shoot for it, but I don't know. If there's any drawing back, it won't happen. And I've worked with birthing women for a long time, and they can't say, I'm going to try to have a natural birth. They can't say that it will not happen. They've got to be completely 100% committed and then do the work to get it done. And so I want you to think about that for a minute. If there's a way to withdraw, we will not succeed at all. We have to be completely unstoppable. And most people are not aware how much power they have. And it's been really, really fun to see Gabby move forward. And do you think she's nervous? Do you think she's concerned? Do you think she's felt concerns or feelings of worry? And I'll bet she has, but she's plunged forward, literally plunged forward. So I want you to think, when you're fully committed, do you really know all that it's going to take to get there? Do you really know all that it's going to take to get there? I don't think we do. And so we have to put it out to the world. We want to also share our goal, our desire, our commitment. We need to share it out loud. We need to speak it out loud. We need to post it. We need to really plunge forward and expect that the universe will have our back. The truth is, you are a spiritual being living in a spiritual universe governed by spiritual law. And when we put it out there, what we want, I believe the angels move around us to put us into action and to help us move forward and to create it, help us literally create it. I've been reviewing some information on commitment because I just thought, you know what, I need to talk about this because I see sometimes that people want to excel in this business. They want to be successful. They want to reach a new rank. They want to reach a goal. They want to fulfill their mission and life's vision. And there's always seems to be a little bit drawing back. And so that drawing back will kick us in the butt every time. And so as we look at the end of this month, I want you to take a look at where you are and plan. And don't just stop working if you've met your goal, but keep pushing forward, because that continual push forward will actually propel you to the next rank. Sometimes sooner, oftentimes sooner than you anticipated. And so really work to get in there. Are you committed to prosperity? Because really, truly, if you're committed to prosper and to help those around you do the same, we move beyond the commitment to survive and we achieve more. So in making a commitment to prosper, we also make a commitment to make the world a better place. I want you to think about where you are today in your life and where you might have been had it not been for doTERRA. Give me your thoughts on that.
Well, I would probably be in the psych ward, to be honest. It truly, like it's almost like I get anxiety if I don't have my oils because it calms my anxiety. Like I rely on them so much throughout the full moon cycle and things like that really, pull on my, my spiritual heaviness. And as far as a business, I mean, it's given me purpose. I feel like I have a purpose because I help people with their similar struggles. And so I guess like it's just done so much for me. It's given me purpose for all of my hard times. It's, and because I now know how to teach people who are struggling. So yeah, it's very purposeful.
Do you feel, Sarah, that you're fulfilling your mission in life?
Yes. I only hesitate because I'm working on this internal fight of not being enough. Mm-hmm. But yes, I am fulfilling my purpose.
I just feel like I'm able to fulfill my purpose on a much grander level with my involvement in doTERRA. My experience has been that my team is largely international. And had I not gotten involved in doTERRA, I might have made a difference one at a time, which I still continue to do one at a time. But the reality is that it's a bigger. I'm able to share my mission and vision with the world at large rather than just my local community. And that's something that has kind of blown my mind, to be honest with you. Welcome, Dia. Good to have you here. Okay. So courage, commitment to begin without any guarantee of success. Once we commit to something, there's no turning back. The only way out is through. All the way to the other side. If there's a way out, It's not a commitment. One of the quotes that I loved in a book that I'm reading on commitment says, let me find it here. You came to this planet to play at the highest level that has ever been played. You came to play at the level of Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, at a level of every great and wise soul who ever made a difference. You came to play with the big kids. I love that because truly, when we spend some time getting in touch with our mission and vision, and then make a commitment to move forward through it, regardless of what it takes, even if we don't know what it takes, we are playing with the big kids. And so I really love that quote. So I want you to think for a minute. What are you passionate about? What is it that you wish to change for all humanity? Anybody want to share? What are you passionate about? What is it that you wish to change for all humanity? I want you to think about that, and I want you to share because I am very much a cause-driven person. I really don't keep track of the numbers. I don't keep track of the money, and it's been a little bit embarrassing as I've been cleaning out my office and getting rid of all kinds of old stuff. I have seriously come across about $3,000 worth of checks that I did not cash about repair products and books and whatnot. It was embarrassing. It was really, truly embarrassing. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm so disorganized. And then my son, my 16-year-old son said to me, Mom, be great if you had the money to lose. And I thought that was really great perspective for a 16-year-old. But I am so not about the number. I am so not about the money. But I'm very, very much cause-driven. And I am about changing what we do with regards to what we put into our body and how we manage our health and wellness. And I love what doTERRA has to offer, and it certainly has filled in my philosophy of wellness, getting back to natural thing. If I could say, well, it feels like sometimes my mission and vision. Yesterday, as we met as a family in my husband's brother's home, about an hour or so north of us, we went around the table and we all had 2 or 3 feathers that we put on a turkey and shared one at a time, going around and around and around, something we were grateful for. And it's really hard for me to explain how grateful I am for the miracle of our physical body, that it has the innate ability, because we are children of God, it has the innate ability to heal itself. We are heirs to everything that He has, and I believe that we have, of course, that not believe, it's proven that our body has the ability to heal itself. And so if we put good things in, it heals itself so much quicker rather than if we put trash or chemicals or synthetics. And I love that the essential oils are cellular nutrition. And I love how it just aids and facilitates our body doing its job better. So truly, when we nourish our body and nourish our spirit, it really does work phenomenally for our good. And so I'm really passionate about that. And I love that work in my birthing. I have an opportunity every day to basically testify that women have everything they need to birth their babies. And they don't need a bunch of medical intervention, and they don't need a bunch of chemicals and management. And I absolutely am passionate about getting that word out and helping women understand that, and then facilitating their ability to manage their family's health and wellness naturally as well. So I am very much a cause-driven person, and sometimes I make some pretty forgetful choices, like not cashing those checks. And I've been actually sharing the BOGO with one of my doula friends, and I had 5 checks from Robin that I had not cashed, and I thought to myself, everything she's ever gotten from me has probably been free, because she doesn't buy very often. And she's probably gotten everything that she's bought from me free. And she still complains about the price. And so I'm not about money, but I am about making a difference in the world. So I encourage you to think about, what are you passionate about? And what do you wish to change for humanity? So other thoughts. What are your ahas as I ask you those questions?
I mean, what you said was just so well worded and well thought out. I don't know if I would even come close to that, but mine is definitely hands down making helping people feel calm and that they are never alone with the spirit world, and restoring their faith that there's always support around you with whatever type of divine intervention name you want to give it. There is spirit always around you, and so that is my passion. I'm an intuitive medium, and I help people come for readings, but it's funny because they come for readings to, I guess, have that moment of realization that that I could tell them something and they're going to believe almost anything I say, and it's the truth, and there's so much clarification and validation for them, and then it just picks them up. And that is my purpose. I didn't go to school for that. I went through life for that. That was my life school, I guess, and it's now time for me to pass it on and show people how to connect themselves and how to get grounded and how to calm themselves, because a lot of anxiety comes with being very spiritually connected, because you feel the energy in your body, and that can be frightening when you don't know what is going on. So I guess it's my passion to teach people how to comfortably feel and trust faith and divine guidance, and how to use the oils in amidst all of that. I don't know. I have to work on that.
I love what you said, Sarah, because, when I look at my experience with birthing, the things that have been most valuable in my career were not what I learned in the books. It was experiential. It was working with women and receiving those divine inspirations, those divine whisperings. And then later on, finding that the research turns to that direction eventually. Mm-hmm. There may not be research out there for what those intuitive whisperings that I felt right now. But eventually it gets there. It's really remarkable to me that we really can be connected to the divine. And so as we connect to the divine in our mission, it helps us with our commitment too. And so let's talk a little bit more about verbalizing our commitment, okay? When you say something aloud, it takes on enormous strength. And for years, and those who I've worked with in birthing can attest to this, that as I teach them affirmations to create their ideal birthing experience, I have them say it aloud or listen to a CD, listen to a recording, or record their ideal affirmations, but I have them say it aloud in triplicate. And I want you to think about what triplicate does, because the first time we say something, we sort of hear it. Repeating it again, we start to internalize it. And repeating it yet again makes it ours. We start to own it. And that's really key. So verbalizing your commitment is really important. You create your own world with words and thoughts. And certainly thoughts are things, and we're learning that most definitely every single day. You begin your commitment into being simply by speaking. And so it's really important that we share our goals, our dreams, our commitments out loud and say them out loud, post them. But you know what? I like to post notes, but it's not just something to post notes and then walk by and think about it. When you post notes and walk by and say it aloud, it really becomes reality. If your commitment is weak and you're feeling unsure, people know it when you verbalize your commitment. When you verbalize a commitment, the response you get from the universe is going to be directly a mirror effect of what you are feeling inside. And so if you're unsure and a little bit weak, then that's what you get from the universe. And so you want to make sure that your commitment is strong. And what happens if you put a commitment out there and you don't quite hit it? What happens? Is it null and void? Were you not completely committed? Were you partially unsure? And here's my thought about that is patience and perseverance is key. And when you're fully committed and you're patient and you persevere day after day after day, I promise I promise you, it's been my experience again and again and again that you get what you put out there. Okay. And so I see this with my birthing women all the time. People wonder why in my doula services, I have an 8-hour of in-person labor support built into that contract. 8 hours? Well, what if their labor lasts longer than that? Why do you think I do that? I built in 8 hours and then they pay me more per hour thereafter. Why do you think I would do something like that? I don't know that there's anybody, any other doula out there that does that. And I do then an 8-hour in-person labor support for a reason. Because then what are they committed to? And it's such a loud statement that I've ventured to say it works most every time. And so that's a really loud statement. I want them to be completely committed to letting go when they're birthing their baby. And so I do that for a specific reason, to commit them verbally, or to commit them completely, 100% mindset. Okay. And so think about that. Okay, what else here? Oh, you know what? Sometimes when we utilize our commitment, sometimes we get what I call the go signal, and sometimes we get the stop signal. Have you ever experienced that? Where you wonder, oh gosh, am I on the right track? Am I on the wrong track? And so I want you to really tune into that intuitive voice. And when you make a commitment, make sure you make it with the go signal so that you can move forward 100% without reservation. Because if you get the stop signal, you're probably needing a tweak in your commitment and your goal. And so really think that through. If you feel like, man, the world's out to get me, I'm just not getting this, I'm not moving forward, we need to go back and retweak what it is we're about. Okay, retweak our commitment, retweak our goal and our steps to get to the end. Okay, and seek more divine guidance. I'm just going to say that. If you will make God your business partner, I promise you will not fail. And I say this to people all the time, and I hope it's not the least bit offensive, but I believe in God. I know that He lives. I know that He exists, and I know that He's there for me. And I know without a doubt that He wants me to prosper. And when I get in tune with that and make sure that my will is His will, then I prosper. And that's the go signal. When my will becomes His, or excuse me, when His will, let me back up and really correct that. When His will becomes my will, I will not fail. When His will becomes my will. And so I have to put myself in sync with what I'm about and always come back to, am I fulfilling my mission and vision in life? Am I on target? And that certainly solidifies my commitment to move forward, to get up every day and go about what my mission and vision is. Edwene Gaines makes another statement here in this book that I'm reading that says, oh, let me find it again. It was right there. Wow, that disappeared. Oh, here's what she says. If things don't seem to be going the way you wanted them, and you have truly given it your all, step back and say, I'm probably being protected here. I'm probably being protected here. So if things aren't going the way we are and we feel like we're kicking against the pricks constantly, step back, recognize that there is, in fact, divine intervention in what feels like a stop signal, and assume that God is looking out for us. And we need to do some more tweaking, okay? So get back in touch with what His will for you is, and you'll be on target. So I hope that you'll go forward in these next 7 days, this next week, fully committed to being about your mission and vision as you shared, doTERRA. We are about a great work. That's all I can say, is we are making a difference in the world one drop at a time. And it's really important that we go forward committed and not wanting to withdraw. So anyway, I'm going to let you go for the day. I wanted to keep this short so you can get back to work and really get out there and promote this. What can you imagine if we were to get a diffuser in every home with peace and cheer? What would that do for our communities just during the holiday season? What would it do for our communities just today on Black Friday if everybody's out there shopping their guts out? You know what? I'm not much of a shopper, so I would rather share doTERRA than be than be out there in the crowds on Black Friday. I haven't done that for probably 15 years or more. But I love those blends. And I reached out to a gal that I I tried to help her work through some emotions as she got ready to birth her baby. She was induced on Tuesday. And I'm going to share this. I don't think she'll ever hear that I said this out loud. But this sweet mother, her husband was imprisoned about 3 months ago. And it wasn't a horrible crime that he was imprisoned for. He was imprisoned for not having a breathalyzer in his vehicle because he had been cited with a DUI. And it felt like the police were seriously watching him. And every time he left his driveway, he was pulled over. Well, finally, he was slammed and they put him in prison, okay, for 190 days. And so here he is. And the papers were on the judge's desk on Monday this week for him to sign so that he could get out for that induction on Tuesday. Well, the judge just didn't sign the papers. Everything was there. His secretary knew it. His secretary reminded him. The judge, for whatever reason, didn't sign the papers. I talked with this mother on Monday night, and I met with her a couple of weeks ago, and tried to recognize that the emotion she was feeling was in fact not going to give her the birth that she wanted. And as she shared with me that day, how angry she was at her husband. And her plan was to get these papers signed by the judge and to pick him up from the prison on her way to the hospital for induction. I want you to hear that, okay? She was really, really angry with her husband, but her plan was to pick him up from the prison on her way to the hospital for induction. And I said to her, how is that going to work for you? Because you're going to be induced into labor, and you're going to have the man in the room for whom you are very angry because he was been in prison the last 3 months of your pregnancy. How's that going to work for you? And the reality is it's not. Now, she birthed in about 12 hours with that induction. I spent a time with her on Monday night on the phone as she cried and sobbed and carried on, and I felt really sad for her. But I said, Lene, you have got to let this go. You knew this 2 weeks ago. You knew, actually a long time ago, you knew this was a possibility. And I don't know that she wanted to hear what I had to say, but I said, I want you to now think about the baby. Because the reality is, you bring that baby into this world being pissed off at your husband. Do you think he's going to feel that? He already has for the last 3 months. He already has. And a couple of weeks ago to work through that and gave her my bottle of Forgive. I was like, Renee, you got to work through this because this baby's feeling all these emotions. And I did not do that to make her feel guilty. I did that to bring it to the consciousness that her emotions are passed on to her baby. And she needs to think, how is that going to work for me if I pass by the prison on the way to the hospital, pick up my husband so he can be there present for the birth of our baby, and I'm angry with him the entire time? She's not going to let go. Her body's not going to open. She's not going to let go, and it's not going to be the birth that she wanted. And so anyway, I want you to think about your commitments today. Think about your commitments to your family. Think about your commitments to life in general. Think about your commitments to your business. And don't withdraw. Don't go forward unsure. Step into your confidence, step into your strength, and be fully committed. Not knowing beforehand exactly how it's going to work out, but partnering with God to help you so that it works out the way it is supposed to, and trust in that. So, all right, have a great day. I'm going to let you go for now. Bye-bye. Love you all.